But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
So that's where we're at right now. Nozomi came and she kicked our door down because the truth that we learned was so traumatizing. We can't like get out of bed. So Nozomi kicked our door down. And part of that is that Nozomi is the only actual human out of all of us, right? Right? Nozomi is the only human because she's not involved in this test. She's not a test tube baby. So you're saying if she was already a vegetable, you just turned her into a processed meal? Well, she's in the garden now, so she's yeah. Not sure what is worse, seeing the cult ending before or after finding out their siblings. I don't know if I'm necessarily like their siblings, but they are clones of each other. Which brings my question of why not have, how do I say? Why not just create like clone or whatever and preserving humanity? Why would you not just make like identical carbon copy soldiers with no emotions and no backstories and like have them be these empty mind? Because okay, you guys were like because there would be no game, but I feel like there is an actual legitimate answer for why they had to give them like these backstories and these like, you know, these like independent motivations and hide the fact that they're like test tube babies from them, you know? You find out that Last Defense Academy, the only reason why it's an academy and the reason why it's like a school is because the people that put the project together, the government, felt bad for Shion to an extent, so they wanted to give him like his one wish, and his one wish was that like he wanted friends and he wanted to like go to school. So that's why it's a Last Defense Academy, is because he just wanted to like go to school and have friends. Yeah. I don't know, because like you find out that like Karawa never really existed. Okay, and then my train of thought with this right now too is like, because Nozomi is like a real person, but Takumi has memories of Karawa, right? Or like Shoma has memories of being in the hospital, right? Since he was a kid, but they're like covered up and very like, you know? My working theory at the end of the stream yesterday was that some of the kids might have remembered certain parts of their time in the hospital, and because like those things that they remember are the things that they saw, you know, were so they stood out so much to them in their memory, kind of became like a part of who they are. Like you know, you have those memories that you just can never stop like thinking about. Instead of trying to erase those from them, they altered them, like covered them up so they're interpreted a little bit differently, which is why I think Karawa and Nozomi, like that's my working theory, is why Karawa and Nozomi are the same person. Is she probably ran into Takumi at some point in the hospital and they remembered that, so maybe. But then this also goes around to my working theory with Eito, that he probably like found out something in the hospital, and that his hatred for humanity comes from the fact that like he learned something and it was something very massive that he was not supposed to ever know. So the scientists like literally gaslit him his entire life into thinking it was like a cognitive disorder, but he probably knows something very, very important and doesn't like know that he knows, is kind of my theory, you know, because he's like the knower of the group, you know. So that's my, yeah. And then humanity purposely made Gaku poor. Yeah, okay, hold on, before we start, no spoilers, no hints, no backseating. Yeah, and if Eito pisses me off again, if Eito pisses me off again, I kind of like that it's implied that Eito like legitimately is a psych ward kid. Yeah. Darumi was flooded with the worst abusive memories imaginable for no reason. I'm curious as to why everybody has these like low-key traumatic memory backstories, right? Like Shoma having no friends and nobody liking him and being like the most hated bug ever. Gaku being fucking poor to the fact that like he feels like so hot and cold about his family, where he's like, they're a burden, but I can't live without them and everything I do is for them. But like they're a burden and I can't stand them. And then Darumi, you know, like being freaking abused by her family. And then Eito being like a murderous sociopath. You know, like I'm curious as to why they gave them the memories that they did, you know? Yeah, why would you make Gaku an orphan, man? That's so fucked up. Gaku didn't deserve that. Why would they give Kyoshika memories of being a pervert? I stepped outside and found myself squinting in the light. Maybe it was because I'd spent so long in my room, but the outside world felt way too bright to me now. Thank you for coming, Takumi. It really means a lot to me. You said you wanted to talk about something? Yeah, it's about our past together. You mean me and Karuha? Forget it. I don't care anymore. I don't care about any of it. Why not? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious?
There's no such person as Karuha Kashimiya. There never was. It was all just made up.
No, not all of it.
Oh, is this Aaliyah plus 2? Is this Aaliyah plus 2? First of all, Siri has been repaired and reactivated. I convinced Tsubasa to finish the job. Siri? When I told him everything that happened, he saw that it was no good denying it. He owned up to interfering with our memories and confirmed that everything Shoma told us is true.
Hey!
Is that all? I think we'd pretty much figured that out already. There's more! Unlike the rest of you, my memories weren't completely fabricated, but they were modified. I got Siri to undo the process and give me back any memories that had been taken from me. I finally remembered about my mother.
My mom dedicated her life to understanding cryptoglobin. She poured everything she had into it. She even let her own daughter become a test subject to further that research.
Yeah?
But it didn't go well. And in the end,
This is stuff we knew in the prologue.
she took her own life.
So is this the truth?
That's the real reason I wanted to join this mission.
Because she told us earlier that her mom died in the same car accident that killed her dad. Remembering this has been like losing her all over again. At first, I thought I might have been happier never finding out. But it's for the best that I did. These memories are a part of who I am. I remembered something else that was important to me too. I remembered you, Takumi. Me? It turned out they took more memories from me than I thought. Specifically, ones of what happened when I went to Kamakura when I was little. I'd often explore the hospital alone and give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time. I guess it was because of the rejection symptoms being so rough.
The rejection symptoms had nothing to do with it, though. I remember it all now. Like I said, I used to wander around the hospital while I was waiting for my mom to finish her work.
Uh-huh.
But there was one room I was told never to go into.
Uh-huh.
I was only a kid, so my curiosity got the better of me. And one day, I snuck in. It was full of weird machines with these clear capsule-like things on them.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of scared, but I walked up to the nearest one and looked inside. When I did, I could hardly believe what I was seeing.
Oh my god.
Inside the machine was a boy, about the same age as me.
You mean...
The gift of prophecy weigheth heavy upon the shoulders of the Leah.
This next part might just be a coincidence. But when I looked in the pod, the boy opened his eyes. And he smiled at me. At least, I think he did. The strangest
I
thing
forgot they're
was,
all bald.
I wasn't afraid.
I forgot all these kids are fucking bald, man.
I had to keep my mom's research, and the fact that I was helping with it a secret from everyone.
Do you think Kurata was bald underneath the mask?
I kept my distance from my classmates, and even if I did talk to them, I never had time to hang out with anyone on the weekends. But when that boy smiled at me, I felt like I'd finally made a friend. That's how it seemed to me at the time, anyway.
Uh-huh.
I snuck into that room again and again to talk to the boy in the machine.
Yes. Yes! 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 I love being right! I love being right! I love being right about everything! I love being right! I love being right! I love being right! I love being right! I love it! I love being right!
Most of the time, his eyes were closed, but I like to think he could hear me. He was the one person I could be completely honest with.
Well, because he can't talk back to you.
I could talk to him about anything. Things I enjoyed, things I found annoying, even what it was like when my dad died.
I see.
About the scar on my stomach.
I see.
One time, while I was talking to him, his eyes opened a little. And then, he lifted up his arm and put his hand on the glass. It was like he was trying to reach out and touch me.
Cute!
I was so happy. Because it meant he really could hear me.
Wait, that's so
He
cute!
heard me. And he wanted to be friends too. But then, despite how much he meant to me, I forgot all about him. Until I got Siri to help me remember.
They really erased your memories?
Oh my god.
I think someone from the hospital must have caught me. This project was top secret, so they wouldn't have hesitated to do whatever it took to prevent any leaks.
That checks out a lot.
I don't like to think about it, but my mom might have had a hand in it too.
Well...
With my memories of that boy gone, I probably never would have met him again. But somehow, I did. When I came here.
So they are childhood friends. Technically they are childhood friends.
So, that boy in the pod was me?
I wouldn't say that like Takumi. Okay, this my reasoning for this is fucked up. However, I urge you to hear me out, okay? Everyone's gonna throw tomatoes at me, but I am right. I know this. Just because he couldn't respond, right? Just because he couldn't respond or physically communicate with Nozomi, right? Like, because he was in the pod doesn't mean that he wasn't forming his own thoughts and his own emotions about the things that she was telling him. And clearly he did, right? Because like he thought they were childhood friends, and like the stuff that she's telling him are like, you know, like he knew about the scar on her stomach, and that was like an important thing for him to remember. So it just because he couldn't physically will himself to reciprocate doesn't mean that they weren't actually friends, or that he did not have feelings that were being processed, right? Yes. Yes. It's okay. We don't need to get into my evidence for that, but...
I think so. Yes. Or rather, I'm sure of it. It was definitely you, Takumi.
Yeah.
We really did know each other before we came here. You're that same boy I spoke to about so many things. You heard my voice, saw my face, and learned about my feelings.
Well, yeah, his name is on the wall. Well, yeah, I mean, she knew that, but I mean, Takumi, you know.
And I'm just speculating, but you were probably being fed memories about a fictional version of the complex while you were being raised in that pod.
Yeah, that is true. We talked about that.
Isn't it possible some information about me got mixed in with them?
I have yet to be proven wrong about anything I've said. I'm taking this as total Leah victory.
Mixed in.
Total Leah victory.
Even if you weren't aware of it, your brain must have processed my face, my voice, and other things about me. It's like when stuff you've seen during your day turns up in your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So... that's why Karuo was the way she was? That's why she looked just like you? Because my subconscious... what? Projected you onto the childhood friend in the false memories I was being fed?
You can't be mad at her, man. Like, I know it's sad, but I mean, she's telling you it's always been her from the beginning, and just because like your memories aren't correct doesn't mean that your like friendship that you had wasn't real, you know? Like if anything, like this proves that like you guys were genuinely friends, and that is like you were correct to be fighting for Karuo technically this whole time, you know? You know? It's sad.
I can't be sure,
right? It's
but
traumatic,
it would make sense,
but
wouldn't it?
she has been like the one that you've been doing all of this for the entire time.
Although, in that case, I think I owe you an apology.
And it's not like it was nefarious from her end or Takumi's end too, right? Like, and this is a government conspiracy theory. The government is wrong for what they were doing. It's the government's fault. But like it is, you know, like the scientists and the government are the ones to blame in this situation. Like, Nozomi didn't even remember until just now. So I don't think like it's fair to like either of them to like, you know.
When you came to rescue Second to Last Defense Academy, I thought that was our first meeting.
I don't think you can blame either of them in this situation because both of them, Takumi had false memories and she just straight up didn't know.
It turns out, I'd just forgotten you. You humored me, but...
Why high schoolers though? I'm pretty sure that has to do with Shion's wish of wanting to like go to school and have friends around his age, right? So I'm pretty sure the high schooler things is like partially arbitrary in the sense that like it was just because like that was Shion's desire and they were trying to like, because Shion was like at the center of the whole operation, they were just trying to make him happy, right? So it ended up being high schooler simply because it's what Shion wanted. But it could have been very different if Shion had wanted something else. Yeah.
You knew we weren't strangers the whole time. You kept all those precious memories safe for me, in your own way. Takumi, I know I've got no right to tell you how to feel about this, but just because your memories were created for you, that doesn't mean you have to give up on life.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't all a lie. Your memories of Karuo and of me, they're real. The same goes for everything that's happened since we got here.
Yeah.
The days we've spent together at this academy, those are undeniably real.
Yeah. Shion is a kidnapped Futurin, right? I think he's like, if I remember correctly, he was like the Futurin super weapon, and that we, like the humans, not we, but the humans stole it from the Futurins. But he is like a Futurin, and we stole him, and then are like made from pieces of his DNA. So he was originally Futurins, and then the humans have like turned him to massacre all the Futurins. As Futurin Jesus. A Futurin Jesus. Yeah, he's like Jesus. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Shion was Yaoi Jesus all along.
Not for people like me.
No, I would if I didn't like Nozomi before, I definitely really like her now. I've liked her the whole time. You know? I wouldn't say she is like a top character for me, but I have liked her the whole time. But I definitely like her a lot more now after this.
I prefer it if you didn't. From now on, I'll protect you guys instead.
You'll protect us?
Yes. Because no matter what else may be true, you're my friends. I don't mind putting myself in danger if it means keeping you safe. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I should get going.
Bye. How do you hate Nozomi? I don't hate her. I never hated Nozomi. I just didn't really love her in the prologue. And then after the prologue, I definitely had a lot more like and respect for her, but still like not that much. And now I definitely really like her. We mean in chat. I don't know. Everyone has their own opinions, man. Like I fucking hate Darumi, okay? Okay? I fucking hate, but also like I think a part of my hatred for Darumi stems from the fact that like she never got an opportunity to like become anything different because she's been dead for 99% of the game. So I don't know, maybe she could have had a good character arc in there somewhere, but she's been fucking dead the whole time. So my dislike for Darumi from the prologue just kind of stayed stagnant because she's been dead the whole time. I don't even remember who Darumi is. I don't even know who she is. I have been informed. I have been informed that it is a necessary thing for me to go back and do the Darumi routes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I was very, how do I say it? Like, I was informed in a very cryptid way that I need to go do the Darumi routes. Yes, I know nothing about them other than it is necessary for me to do them. So, coerced. It was very cryptid. I was told who's, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's all I know. I don't know the details of it or anything, but I have been informed. I have been informed it is necessary to my psyche. So the chance of me going back for the Darumi content is very high. Not because I like Darumi, but unfortunately, yeah, there is unfortunately a fuck ton of Eito content that I know nothing about in the Darumi routes. Unfortunately, we cannot have Eito without Darumi, and I don't like what that. I don't even know what the implications of that could possibly mean, but I don't understand how that's possible. I don't even know how the fuck you get there, but I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah. Did Amy? No. You're not gonna do all the routes? I'm not particularly inclined to do the routes on the side where we kill Eito. I'm not particularly inclined to do them. You know? I have too much bias towards keeping him alive. But if you guys are like, hey Leah, I want to see the routes where we kill Ato. What, Leah? I want to see the routes where Ato's dead, and I want to see the stuff up there. The great thing is you can buy this game and play it yourself, and every time you buy this game, you make Kodaka very happy. Every time you buy the game, he smiles. So part of the reason why I maybe am selecting to not stream them is because if you're super curious about it, it's an incentive for you to go and buy the game. Oh my god, yay! I should be a marketing genius. Kodaka should hire me. Kodaka should hire me to be a genius and market this game. Yeah. Buy the game. He sends you a photo of him smiling in the game case. It's true. I have the Switch version of the game as well now, and there's a picture of him in there. And it says, "Thank you, Leah, XOXO. Here's a picture of Ato." And then there's a picture of Ato inside. Yeah. Or you can watch a streamer that hates Ato. You could also do that, but you could also buy the game. Yeah. Or you could buy the game. Yeah. Didn't Kodaka say if it does well, it'll get an anime? Yeah! He said if it does well, he wants to make an anime, and he also wants to make novels, like the backstory novels for all of the characters, if it does well. There's already one for Hiriko. I think you can get it on Steam if you buy it on Steam as well, but it came in the limited edition of the game for the Switch one. I haven't read it yet, but apparently it's really good, and apparently he really wants to make them for the other characters, and he wants to make plushies of the characters. So I think if you really want to see me feed Ato a morning banana in plushie form, everybody should buy the game so we can get Ato plushies. Yes. Yeah. It's hidden on Steam. Really, I have it. I haven't opened it yet. I told myself that I was gonna wait to read it. Yeah. Hiriko novel. Yeah. A fake backstory novel. Yeah, I know! All the backstory novels are gonna be fake, but I'm still curious. I'm still curious, I'm still curious, even if they are fake. Ato Katsu photos the day you get the plushie. I promise you the Ato Katsu will begin momentarily. Smile. Smile. I just think it's really poetic when you get rid of all of your merchandise for some character that you don't even remember the name of anymore, and then turn around and invest that in what really matters. Look at all that shelf room I conveniently have now. Look at all the room I have now for all these dojins. Look at all the closet space I have for additional merchandise. Look at all the empty blue Ida bags I somehow ended up with. Anyways. I want to love Ato for the next 7 years, bare minimum. So please, buy 100 line, so the next 7 years of my life will not be in vain and spent not loving anything, okay? Yes. Yeah, you literally threw out all of Samugi Alba. I don't even know who that is anymore. Samugi Alba. That guy sounds like a fucking tool, man. Who is that? Who is that? The fact that I can say this and feel no remorse is crazy, man. Because otherwise I'd be like, you can't be mean to Samugi. That's Pookie. But no, fuck that guy. Fuck Ensemble Stars. I hate Ensemble Stars. I hope that IP dies. I hope that they never make a single dollar ever again. I hope it shuts down. I hope it EOS's. I hope everybody that plays Ensemble Stars knows true pain and despair. And I wish horrible things upon Happy Elements for every single thing they've ever done. And I wish horrible bad things to happen to all of them. I hope you get karma at a cosmic scale, Happy Elements. I hope your IP of Ensemble Stars makes you go bankrupt twice. One day you'll say the same about Ato. Well, the great thing is with a game like this, I think there's only so much you could do in the future to fuck it up. So the likelihood of Eito staying however he is very great. And that is the joy of loving a character that does not come from a live service game. Smile. Is this a crash out technically? I guess maybe. Yeah, they can still ruin his character. They could. Did they put him in his cage? I don't know, actually. Eito said he has no interest in, like, fighting anymore or doing anything anymore. So now he's just, like, kind of here to instigate. But I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. I was still seized by the same confusion and despair I'd been feeling the last few days. But now, for the first time since I'd found out the truth, I was feeling something else, too. Die!
Get ready, prepare, be ready to give your life.
Your lives to the barbaric enemy. It's been a while since the morning announcement actually woke me up. I still don't feel like getting up though. Nozomi said Siri's been fixed now? I sure as heck don't want to talk to him. I can't guarantee I wouldn't end up breaking him all over again. I decided to just spend the day spacing out, not doing or thinking anything. But for some reason, my mind kept coming back to what Nozomi told me. It had given me a warm feeling in my chest that still hadn't gone away. I really had met Nozomi Kirifuji before. That was the one shred of truth amongst all the lies. Even though I didn't remember it myself, she was still carved into my consciousness. And those details had created her. Karawa Kashimiya, my childhood friend who never really existed. A girl who meant the world to me, but was just a part of some fictional backstory. I spoke to Kodaka and he told me unless you specifically stream the dead Eito routes, there will be no Eito merch ever. That's not true because Kodaka told me I can play the game as long as I want. He never get mad at me for not wanting to play the dead Eito routes because I'm his favorite pretty princess that streamed this game for like 80 hours non-stop, and so he loves me. Yeah. It's true. Sorry, we have conflicting information. I think your memories have been tampered with. I think you have false memories implanted in your brain. Yeah. Those memories may have been fake, but the ones that formed the base for them are real. My brain had embellished those details and combined them with the ones of my friend and my manufactured memories. Those two factors together were what created Karawa. Thinking about it like that, maybe Nozomi had a point. If even one thing was true, then maybe... On pure instinct, I jumped out of bed. I knew all too well what that sound meant. An enemy attack.
Intruder alert. Intruder defense mode.
Why now? Is it gonna be Veshnas? Are we gonna have to fight her now? I don't wanna. Wanna. It got into my feet out of habit, but now I stopped short. Why should I care if the enemy attacks down? Why should I care if the residential complex is destroyed? The people I thought I cared about don't even exist. So why should I care what happens to humanity? I don't have a single reason to protect the school anymore. The Futurans will break down the barrier, get inside the school, and destroy everything. Well, whatever. What difference does it make? After everything humanity's done, why should we lift a finger to help them? I'll die too, but so what? At least it'll be over then. All the years of my life that were a complete lie, the 70 days that were real, it'll all come to an end here.
You've got to get out there, everyone!
Why?
Look, I won't make excuses.
Why?
The way we've used and manipulated you is truly unforgivable.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
But if this school falls, humanity is done for.
Okay.
Maybe that doesn't matter to you. Heck, maybe some of them even deserve it.
Yeah?
Not all of them, though. Most of the folks up there just want to live a peaceful, normal life.
I forgot about that. I forgot that the fact that there are genuine civilians up there wasn't fake. There are genuine civilians and people that had no idea about anything up. Oh.
They're innocent in all this. Can't you at least do this for them?
But there are also innocent civilians down here.
Kitafuji's out there giving it her all, but she won't last long on her own.
Oh god.
I'm begging you, do something.
Nozomi. Nozomi's fighting all alone? I slumped back into bed, but that had me sitting up again. Like the rest of us, she's human. She actually has a reason to protect them. Thank you for all the Takumi X Nozomi food in this route. It wasn't on purpose, but you're welcome. Thank you for the $50 double dollars. I'm sorry, Nozomi. I can't help you this time. Those are your people on the satellite, not mine. Got nothing to protect. No one to fight for.
I'm gonna cut to a feed of the battle, so you can see how things stand for yourselves.
I just...
Please, everyone, don't abandon humanity.
What is the benefit of continuing to fight for them, though? I don't... They haven't really made a convincing case to continue fighting for humanity.
Don't abandon Kitafuji.
Like, obviously, I would do it for Kitafuji, but Nozomi, but I don't really see the point in doing it for humanity. As a whole, I guess. Oh. Oh.
I have to do something. It's all up to me now. I have to protect them.
Okay. That's not so bad.
How are you holding up, Kitafuji?
I'm scared.
I'm fine. I can still fight.
I'm scared.
Put out a call for action over the PA, but none of the others responded. This really is the worst case scenario. Oh, why'd they have to find out the truth while I was gone?
Was there a better time for us to find out the truth? Oh, like, you can't just hide that from us.
There's no need for them to fight anymore.
Yeah.
But I still have people I need to protect. I'll fight to the end to keep them safe.
And that's fine for Nozomi because she's human. We're not.
Even if I have to give my life to do it.
Well, okay, not like that. Because then doesn't that mean that everything we were doing is like completely pointless?
Amazing! I'd never have expected you to hold your own against this many.
I'm not giving up. No matter how hard it gets, I'll stand and fight.
I don't feel good about
it's
this.
All up to me now. I'm the only one who can protect them.
I don't feel good about this. I didn't check. Oh. Well, harm.
Keep fighting, Kitafuji. All of humanity is counting on you.
You're
their only hope.
Shut up. This has nothing to do with humanity.
Huh?
The people I want to protect are the friends I made here at the academy.
Nozomi!
When I think of them, I know I made the right choice in coming here. Maybe they see me as just another deceitful human now, but I'll never stop loving them. It's only been a little over 70 days, but we've been through so much together.
Oh.
We've fought, we've celebrated, we've grieved for the ones we couldn't save. They're my friends. I want them to be happy. So, I can't let them die. I'll protect them.
no matter what.
Nozomi. Whoa! Whoa! Can I really do this? Can I leave her to fight all on her own? At this rate, it'll end up just like before. She'll fall in battle and die, all for nothing. Stopping that from happening is the whole reason I came back in time, isn't it? Karuwa. There's no such person as Karuwa Kashimiya. But even so, I'm glad that she was a part of my life. Even if the memories are fake, the way they made me feel is real. If Nozomi hadn't snuck in and found me that day, Karuwa would have been someone completely different. I think I must have been happy when Nozomi found me. Happy that she came and talked to me. Maybe that's why Karuwa always meant so much to me. The peaceful days we spent together, even if they were all made up, those memories are still precious to me. Ah! Okay. We go save Nozomi. I love Takumi so much as a protagonist. I don't know. I really like him. Infinite loading.
Takumi, what are you doing?
Fighting for you, Nozomi.
The same thing I always have done. I've only ever needed one reason to fight,
It was you.
and that's to protect you.
What?
Ah.
Also, I feel the same way about the others as you do. I want to keep them safe. Because we're friends. It's as simple as that.
The power of friendship
For the
compels
sake
you.
of those I hold dear, I'll keep on fighting to the very end.
The power of friendship, but I love it. I love it so much.
Damn it.
It's so silly, but I love it.
Nozomi, are you going to be okay?
Yes. I can't always be the one getting saved around here. I've made up my mind to protect you and the others, Takumi.
Thanks. Good to know you've got my back.
Against this many enemies, you two won't be able to break away. Be careful not to get killed out there.
We'll try. We'll try. He makes me uncomfortable, but he is really fun to play. Oh, is Gaku here to get me? I opened the door. I was surprised by the visitor standing there. Nozomi! Did you hear? Gaku's having some kind of party. Oh, you don't say. He said he wanted all of us to meet in the schoolyard, so Moko and I split up to get everyone. You'll come too, won't you? Yeah, of course. The schoolyard, you said. Right. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's been a while since we had any kind of event. I'm sure it'll be fun. Come to think of it, it really has been a while. We've been so busy confronting one truth after another, we haven't been in the mood for parties. Another thing, Takumi, can we talk at some point tonight? Alone? Yeah, that's no problem for me. Great. See you later then. And with that, Nozomi left my room. She wants to talk alone? I wonder what that's about. But first up is Gaku's event. Let's go. I stepped away from the circle chatting around the fire to grab a drink when...
Takumi.
Ooh. Nozomi whispered from behind me. Nozomi, how is it? Are you having fun? Oh, yes. So much fun. Remember how I mentioned before that I wanted to talk with you alone? Right. What is it? I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Nozomi spoke with a tense expression, her eyes cast downward.
When this is all over, when we get back to a normal life, would you like to go out somewhere with me?
What do you mean the Homotron 6000 route was actually the hetero Joshi route in disguise?
We could do karaoke, a movie, a meal, or even just go for a walk.
Yo.
Really, I don't mind what we do, just so long as we do it together.
I was stunned. I'd never have anticipated an invitation like this. Sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden. I was just hoping to have something to look forward to. I feel like it'd help me get through the upcoming fight. You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it, okay? Nozomi smiled like she was trying to cover for her embarrassment, then retreated back to the circle. Cute. After that, we continued to talk about anything that came into our heads, never running out of topics or conversation. Sometimes we kidded around, sometimes we talked about the future in earnest. Some kept drinking and eating, and some dozed off as they grew tired. We all had fun in our own ways until late into the night.